Hey y'all, Michigan Prepared here. Listen, got a few things to cover, including an update on the giveaway. Stay tuned till the end to find out what's going on. Hey y'all, Michigan Prepared here. Listen, come across a couple things on the news today. Figured I'd make another video since I was sitting still and waiting on a broke down train. Get into more of that here in a minute. One of the scary things is China is trying to somehow tamper with American DNA. And again, I'll post that right here. I really don't know how to read into that one, guys. Why would they be trying to alter our DNA? Not really sure. Are they going to put it in our food? Is it going to come in the form of an injection? A released virus? I don't know how they're going to do it, guys, but that's kind of scary in and of itself. And again, guys, we've talked about this before, all right? I'll post a few articles up here, but Russia's ammunition is drying up for the most part, guys. They're in pretty short supply, and they're talking about how Putin could use low yield nuclear weapons as a last resort. Basically, all the news agencies, including overseas news agencies, are reporting that Putin is not going to go down without a fight. If he loses, then he loses Russia. And he's not going to let that happen, guys. So you really need to be prepared on that front. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard that apparently Ukraine and Russia had made an agreement to get the grain out. They were going to open up the ports and everything after that so they could get the grain out. But right after they opened the ports, Russia bombed it. So yeah, guys, I don't know, man. It's if you guys can't see it already, there's an issue. The war is definitely escalating, guys, and you really need to be alert to it. You need to be aware, because it's not getting any nicer. Stuff is escalating like crazy. As a matter of fact, Russia just got a new submarine, and I forget what it's called, what they named it. But anyway, I guess it can hold up to like 100 megaton nuclear torpedoes that can cause one hell of a massive tsunami. I think just one of them can. So, yeah, it's definitely not dying down at all, guys. It's getting a lot worse. Let's see here. As far as the grain exports go, guys, I don't know. We already know that we're going to be in a slightly short food supply. Well, I don't know if it's going to be slightly short or massive, but either way, we're going to be in a food supply supply shortage. So, again, I'm going to urge you guys, stock up on what you can. And there's something else I wanted to cover real quick. And there's like 8 or 10 things that you guys really need to consider. More reports are coming in that civil unrest is just unreal right now. I mean, the stuff being reported that's going on is insane. I listened to the police scanner in my hometown. It's just absurd, the amount of civil unrest that's going on just due to some little things, guys. So let's talk about like your risk assessment. So basically everything I'm gonna cover, give yourself 1 point for, okay? And if you got a point for each thing that I cover, you guys really need to figure something out, because you're really in danger. Let's start with number 1. Of course. What's your guys' location? Are you guys in the inner city? How deep into the inner city are you? Are you right in the heart of the inner city? Because if you are, during a civil unrest, SHTF situation, and everybody trying to leave all at the same time, it's going to be almost impossible for you to get out, especially if you plan on taking your vehicle. So with that being said, what kind of bug out bag do you got? Do you got another mode of transportation, a motorcycle, a moped, a four-wheeler? I mean, what do you guys got? You need to be able to get in a hurry if this keeps going the way that I think it's going to go. And again, what kind of food? Number 2, what kind of food do you guys have to take? Do you guys got shelf-stable foods such as beans and rice and other things? And how do you plan on transporting it? For instance, I have a few mini bikes at the house. Is it the most ideal mode of transportation? Absolutely not. But if there's a bunch of cars blocking the highway, if there's traffic jams, guess what? I'm going off-road. I'll take the ditch. I don't care. I've outfitted the mini bike with a bicycle trailer. Like you would see little kids or dogs getting towed in behind a bicycle. I hooked that right to the mini bike, guys. Got a couple of them. Got a couple trailers. You load food and your water filters in there. Your protection, carry that on your hip. And you get out. I can tell you for certain that the mini bike that I have, and I bought it a few weeks back, my personal one is it's a Coleman's, CT200 UEX or whatever. It's just got the 196cc engine on it, and I don't know how many gallon gas tank. I think it's like just under a gallon or just over a gallon. I can't remember. But either way, me and my daughter went trail riding. She's got a little 10cc or 110cc Tao four-wheeler. Just one of those little Chinese things. But she's been dying to go trail riding since I bought this little mini bike, and that's half the reason why I bought it, is so I could go spend daddy-daughter time, go ride the trails with my daughter, And we rode for a good couple hours. And then when we got back to my truck to load them up, I was curious, how much gas did I burn? You know what I mean? So I popped the cap on my gas tank, and you could still see the gas level above that little filter they stick down in them to screen, to filter out any leaves or little twigs or whatever. Yeah, my gas tank was almost full, and so was hers. So as far as an emergency mode of transportation, guys, maybe you want to look into maybe the 110 four-wheelers. I'm 240 pounds, and my daughter's 110 four-wheeler will move me around quite easily. But I try not to ride it because I don't want to, bend the axle or anything. It's hers, and I don't want to ruin it. So that kind of leads me into my next thing, guys. If you're going to be using some sort of small bug-out vehicle, like a mini bike or a small four-wheeler or even a larger four-wheeler, and you're loading all your food and your medical supplies or your bug-out bags onto there so you guys can hurry up and get the hell out of Dodge in a hurry, what about water, guys? Water is heavy, all right? Every person needs, I think it's 3 gallons of water per day per person. And if you do that for the entire month, if you got 4 people, what's 4 times 4, 8, 12? That's 160 gallons of water that you're going to need. That's insane, guys. And I'm endorsed by nobody, but you'll see at this end of this video that I will be giving away a 0 water pitcher. The giveaway will start as soon as I hit 100 subscribers, guys. So please do me a huge favor. Like, share, subscribe, get this video out. As soon as I hit 100 subscribers, guys, I'll make a special video pertaining to nothing in general except the giveaway. And in that video, the only thing I'm going to do is ask you guys to like, share, and comment. And then I'm going to have my daughter go through and pick a random name out of those comments. And you guys will win a couple prizes, and again, we'll talk about those at the end of the video. But as far as water goes, guys, why carry gallon jugs of water? Get yourself a water pitcher, all right? Or the Sawyer Mini Life Straw looking thing. They're 20 bucks on Amazon, 20 bucks at Walmart. And they filter out like 100,000 gallons of water or something like that. Whereas the Life Straw, the name brand Life Straw, I think only filters out like 20,000 gallons of water. Either that or else, like I plan to give away when I reach 100 subscribers, you could get a zero water pitcher. And I forget how many gallons that filters out, guys, but I plan on giving one away. So again, stay tuned. So that's better than all that water storage is basically what I'm getting at. A little plastic container that can filter hundreds of gallons of water, or do you want to carry actually hundreds of gallons of water? I mean, it's your call. The next question is so give yourself, well, let me get back to number one. Give yourselves a point if your location is in the heart of the city. Give yourself a point if you don't have any shelf-stable foods stored up. Give yourself a point if you don't have a way to filter water. All right, now we're going to move on to number 4. Give yourself a point for if you live in an apartment complex, guys. 5 stories or higher. Well, hell, even 2 stories or higher. If you're on the 2nd floor or higher, give yourself a point. Because if all out SHTF in the city, you're going to have one hell of a time getting out. Especially if you got people trying to take what you have because everybody's in a mass panic. Not saying I would do this, because I definitely would not. It's not my forte. I already got enough supplies for myself. But I'm here to tell you guys, if my kid was starving, which she won't be, but if my kid was starving, the first place I would go is like a high-rise apartment building. Why? Because if I got 3 or 4 people with me, which I will have when I bug out, if I need to bug out, the first place I would go is an apartment complex, and I would just rob everybody that's coming out of there, guys. So living in an apartment complex, I mean, I understand some people may not have a choice, but you can better prepare. Think about what you could do. Do you lock your door and hope like hell that people raid all these other apartments once the building's empty? Or do you hurry up and rush out with everybody else and, you know, get robbed or mugged or beaten or shot or whatever may happen during a civil unrest situation? So if you live in a house in the inner cities, you're going to have it a little easier. Again, it's single story. I don't think you're going to be targeted nearly as much as what like a high-rise apartment building would be, because one-stop shop, guys, apartment buildings. So give yourself a point if you live in a high-rise. So if you're at 4 points already, you're not doing very good. Do you guys have a bug-out location? If not, give yourselves a point. Bug-out locations, guys. Everybody plans to head for the hills. That's what I hear everybody saying. Head for the woods, head for the woods, head for the woods. Do you plan to bug in or bug out? Me personally, if civil unrest hits my city and SHTF goes all chaotic, me and my buddy of mine have plans to protect our house and bug in as long as we possibly can. Wait for everything to settle down, and then we're getting the hell out of there. So do you have a bug out location? What does your bug out location consist of? Is it close to water? Is there a way to plant a garden and grow food? I mean, is the soil decent enough? You know what I'm saying? Is there a decent amount of cover in order to protect you and your group, or you and just your family? Do you have any? All right, let's move on to, I'll call it number 6. Do you have gas put away? Emergency gas supply. So, say you have a house in the city, but your vehicle's on E because you planned on going and filling up later in the day, but SHTF hit way before you could go fill your vehicle. do you have a couple gallons of, or a couple 5-gallon gas cans stored away, at least enough to get you guys out of the city? Give yourself a point if you don't. You should have some extra gas stored up. Rotate it out, because as we all know, current today's gas has a lot of ethanol in it. Current today's gas goes bad fairly quickly. So I wouldn't recommend storing it more than 3-4 months, but rotate it out. Okay? Fill some gas cans, stick them away, forget about them. Maybe set yourself a reminder for a couple months out. Put those in your truck or car, and then go fill the gas cans back up with what you were gonna originally put in your car from the gas station. That way you're constantly rotating your stock. So you should have about 6 points. Well, hopefully you don't, but if you do, if you've had a point for each one of these things I've listed off, you should have about 6 points right now, which is not very good, guys. If you got 6 points or better, you really need to evaluate your situation, because you're not doing too hot. Let's move on to number, we'll call this number 7. It's actually number 9 on my list, but I've kind of covered a couple things in one. What's your family size, guys? Are you a husband and wife? Wife and husband with, I don't know, I'm gonna say if you got like 4 or 5 kids at home, getting to a bug out location is going to be difficult unless your kids are, say, 7, 8 years old or older. If you guys got little kids, infants, toddlers, oh my God, it's going to be, you guys really need to have bags set aside. If you got a big family vehicle, a minivan, you guys might want to consider paying attention and having bags already put together in that vehicle, so that way all you got to do is snag the kids and go. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to run around your house trying to get laundry done, or food packed, or clothes put together, or medication. Have your bags already made in your vehicle, guys. If you guys really want to prepare, have that done. So if you guys, will say, give yourself a point for number 7 if you got 5 or more people. Give yourself another point, so that should be 8 points if you got children under the age of 7. Alright, and we'll move on to technically number 9, guys. Do you have pets? If so, do you have pet food? Do you have enough food to sustain your pets until you can figure something out? Whether it be hunting, fishing, trapping, whatever the case may be, guys. If you guys got cats or dogs, do you have enough food stored up to where you can grab that real quick? Hell, you may even want to put it in the minivan now, along with your kids' bug out bags. So if you got pets but you don't have any, you haven't thought about it, give yourself another point, guys. And if I did my math right, which I may be wrong, you guys should be, there's 9 points total, according to my little list here. So if you got 5 or more points, guys, you really need to go back, watch my video, rewind this video, and go over a few things that I talked about, okay? And maybe try to fix some things, get some things ready, and eliminate those points. You know, living in the inner city, getting out of an apartment building is going to be a little difficult, all right? If you live in the inner city, can't afford to move, I get it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of us in that situation. But you can watch my channel and several other channels to get some ideas on what you guys could do to better prepare yourselves. And give yourselves a better chance of getting out of the city. I'll give you guys an example, such as, yes, I live in the city, all right? But my house is literally maybe 1/8 of a mile from the highway. You got to go down my street, you hang a left, bam, there's the highway. And I should be able to get out fairly easy. Now the vehicle I got, it's a newer vehicle, so it's made of all the cheap plastics and thin steels. It's not like the 70s or 80s model vehicles. But I'm thinking about mounting a brush guard, guys, and that's another thing you can consider. What kind of vehicle do you have? Hell, you can mount a brush guard on pretty much anything. I live in a I live in a really redneck city. Let's go with that. All right. Even though it's mostly black, no big deal. But even the black people in my city do some really redneck stuff. All right. I've seen brush guards on Crown Victorias. I've seen brush guards on Chevy Impalas. I've seen brush guards on minivans. So don't tell me you couldn't put a brush guard on your vehicle, guys. Even a homemade one to help push vehicles out of your way if you're trying to bug out or whatever. Maybe little saplings out of your way if you got to kind of go down into the ditch around cars. I don't know, guys. But go back through this video, reevaluate your situation, figure out what you can do better. If you guys got any questions, leave it in the comments. I always read the comments. Hell, I only got 23 subscribers, so reading your guys' comments is not all that hard, all right? Alright, with all that being said, let's move on to the giveaway like I had talked about. Now, I promised you guys at 100 subscribers I would send you a 23 cup, zero water pitcher. Well, I just ordered it. It's either a 20 or a 23. I'll post it right here. Anyway, I just ordered it. It'll be here tomorrow. But there's a bonus. A buddy of mine got a hold of me. My bug out buddy. Alright? And he's got a brand new knife made by SOG. And it's a really high quality knife. No, it's not full tang. It's a folding knife. But it's extremely nice, extremely sharp, and I wouldn't say it's horribly expensive, but it's definitely not cheap. When he bought it, it was about a $75 knife. Why he's never opened it, I don't know. But right now, today's price, and I'll post that right here too, it's going for about $60. So not only will one lucky winner win the zero water pitcher, but we're also going to send you a knife thanks to my buddy Dakota. Him and I run a Facebook group called Michigan Food Shortage Watch, and I will post the link in the description. If you guys would like to join that, please go ahead and do. Me and him are the admins. We pretty much add everybody, as long as you're not a prick. If you're a prick, I'm just going to delete you. I don't care. I don't deal with that drama BS, you know what I mean? I just don't deal with it. But we're quick to add people. As soon as we see the notification pop up, bam, you're added. So join the group. We got a lot of people in there that posted a lot of good things, you know, empty shelves in stores, or people that, such as myself, I haul raw milk. I'll let you guys know if there's going to be a milk shortage, or what's going on with the milk industry, the cows, whatever, at least in my neck of the woods. And there's other people in the group that, you know, work at Walmart, work at Myers, whatever. And they're able to tell you what's going on in the stores. And there's other people around the country that are going to Sam's Clubs and what's that other big box? I forget the name of it. Anyway, my point is there's a lot of people to give you guys insight on what's going on around the country. Forget relying on the local news, because all they do is lie to you anyway. Alright? So with that being said, guys, in order to win the zero water pitcher and the knife, all you got to do is like, share, subscribe. Once I hit 100 subscribers, guys, somebody's going to win this water pitcher. It's no bull. Again, I'll post the order thing up here. Sorry, I did black out my name and address. For those of you who don't know, after 23 videos, my name is Steve. I will not give you my last name. But, yeah, guys. Sorry, making a turn, obviously. But, yeah, all you got to do is like, share, subscribe. My daughter, I'm going to have her pick one lucky winner. And I will get in contact with you via phone or email. I'll give you my email address. I'll have you send me your phone number. I'll call you. I'll get your address. and I will ship it out. And as soon as I ship it out, I'll take a picture of the shipping label and I'll text it to you. But somebody will win a Zero water pitcher and an SOG knife, which looks pretty sweet, actually. Not full tang, but it'll definitely come in handy for skinning rabbits, squirrels, whatever. Again, guys, like, share, subscribe. Keep your heads on a swivel, guys. Civil unrest is real. With that being said, y'all have a wonderful day. Michigan Prepared out.